Hello. Now, if you're watching this, then basically something's gone wrong with my Facebook Live, and I've had to video this as a backup just in case. So this is, well, so maybe say, welcome to this Double Wonder card class. We're going to be using 2 6x12 bits of 12x12 paper. We're going to make 11 cards. Amazing. And we're going to use this cutting template to do it. Now this cutting template is not the same size as the 12x12, so don't think that you can just chop this out and use it. We're going to cut it up bit by bit. All right, so let's start. So first of all, I folded my cards already. Saves on a bit of time. Okay, so we're going to use a cutter. I can't see if you can see. Okay. And the first thing we're going to do is actually we're going to cut both sheets at the same time. So we're going to cut this bit out first. So actually we might cut this bit, this bit, and this bit. So we're going to cut this bit first, and we're going to cut it at 4.5 inches across. So longest bit at the top, shortest bit on your side, both pieces together, and we're going to cut at 4.5 inches. So I'm going to cut, it doesn't really matter which way you do it, 4.5 this way. So 4.5, I'm going to put it on that bit there. And then we're going to cut again at 4 inches. Which is the middle bit. And then we should have 3.5 inches left. So I'm just putting them on my template here so I know which bit is which. So 4.5, as I said, they're not the right size. 4, 3.5, so we're not going to get confused. Okay. Take your biggest bit first, your 4.5 inch one. And you're going to cut this into 3 1.5 inch strips. So again, so this time you're going to need oh, now I've confused myself. Yeah, no, it's that way around, isn't it? No, it's not. Yes, it is. 1.5 inch. And 1.5 inch. So you can have 3. Well, actually, you can have 6, aren't you? 1.5 inch strips. So you got this and this. And now we're going to chop them at 3 inches each. So you're going to do this. Six blocks. So now I have to think about this a bit. See, I don't want to use that side. Now, because my my paper is really crisp, but well, one side, let me show you. You see, it's baubles. I can't use these on birthday cards, so I'm going to disregard 2 of these bits, and I'm going to have 2 of these, which is in the same range, but you don't have to worry about that. Your paper will be perfectly fine. Now, you're going to take your blocks of white. You should have 4 of these, and you're basically going to position your paper in 3s, however you want to mix them up. They can all be different, they can all be the same. You don't have to do it differently. Just decide how they're going to go. It really doesn't matter that much. Oh, I see, that's going to be difficult. Okay. You won't have that problem. Okay. I know what I haven't got out. I haven't got out my 3D foam. I have to reach. Oh no. Oh no. That could be disastrous. I might do that in a minute. Okay. So once you've decided where you're going to position them, now they should all have a border around them and between them, if you can see. All right. So we're going to stick them, but yeah, go for it. I'm using Stampin' Up Snail because it's my favourite. It's so easy to use. First one. And we're going to do them all at the same time. Mass producing cards. Okay, put that to one side. Maybe easier actually to do the middle one first. Then you can position the other ones around it. So that's what I'm going to do. Whoop! I love this paper. Isn't it gorgeous? Again, so position them all. Oh goodness. Who would think positioning 3 bits of paper would be so... There we go. I'm going to go again for the middle one. Last one. see my head? I'm really hoping you can't. It's the first time I've used this whole setup. I've got a new setup to record. My lovely hubby spent ages trying to work out what the best way to set something up without it just being all basically strung from the ceiling or balanced on a book or... Sorry, I can't craft and talk out loud. Who knew that? All right. So we've got 4 different looking cards. Not cards, because obviously this is only an element of the card. So we're going to set those aside for a minute. And then you're going to take your tags. Now, I think the best thing for us to do is to stamp all the sentiments in one go, if you're happy with that. Or just save time, unless you don't want to stamp any sentiments until you need the card, and then you could stamp whatever sentiment is appropriate for the card. So I'm using a Knight of Navy, and I'm going to use a few different stamp sets. This is Grace's Garden. I just want the hello. It just says hello. It's really cute. So this is quite overkill for this little sentiment, but hey, that's what we're using. So I'm going to do a few hellos. I'll do, how many am I doing? 11. I might do 4 hellos. Put that one away. I'm going to do some happy birthdays. If I can get them straight. Ooh, I don't want you to see my head. Oh, my life. Talk to myself while I get this straight. I'm going to stamp it and see whether... I think that's all right. Okay. Let's get this, the tag actually straight. That would be really useful. Nice thing about this grid paper is that you can line things up. Woohoo! Not too bad. Oh, how not to stamp. Tap, tap, tap. Oops. Stamp. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, so 3. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a couple of thank yous. Just going to get the ink off there. I know I should be cleaning my stamps, but I'll do it in a minute. Do thank you. Again, let's line that up on there, so I know that one's straight. And try and line that up with it. Whoop. Thank you. and a thank you. All right, take my stamp off a little bit. Okay, so now I am going to need to go and get my 3D foam. Wait 1 second. Where are you? Oh, oops. Okay. So now you're going to choose your card bases. So you've got these 4. I'm going to choose 4 different sentiments. So I'm going to have a hello, a thank you, a happy birthday, and another happy birthday for the time being. Put those to one side. And now you're going to choose your card bases for them. God, they look cool on there. So I'm going to go green. I'm going to go cream. I'm going to go, what else have I got here? I'll try a green. What's that look like? Green. And I'm going to try a night of navy. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, nice. Okay, so we're going to stick all those down when you're happy with what you got. One. Two. Three and 4. Okay, in your kit, you will all have some ribbon, which I've diligently cut up for you. I haven't cut mine up, and I don't. Oh my gracious! Why am I not more prepared? Wait, I've got to get scissors. Okay, I've got scissors. Oh, how not to do a craft video. Okay, so you're going to have a bit of ribbon that goes across here. So I'm going to chop 4 bits. Again, if you want to do it all at the same time. Two. Three. And the last one. Oops. 4. Okay. Now these are going to sit behind the sentiment like this. So I'm going to put a bit of glue here. I'm not sure if that's going to show through. Oh, no, it doesn't really. So I can put a bit more over here. Oops, a bit more over here. We can put the on there. Some sticky pads, which you've got in your kit. And you put a couple of sticky pads, see, on the back of your sentiment. And that's going to go central, hang on, central to the card. Ooh. And that is your first card done. So just repeat that process. So we're going to put a bit of glue. If you're using Pritt stick, I don't quite know. You might just want to put a bit behind the sentiment that you're going to put on it, maybe. Okay, let's. Make sure you got your card opening the right way. I just thought about that as I was sticking it down. Just going to adjust that one a little bit. Yeah, I might not be happy to adjust, but and sticky pads. Number 3, last one. Okay, that is 4 cards done of the 11. Can you believe how quick that was? Okay, that's the first 4 done. All right. Okay, so now we're moving on. Moving on. You're going to take your next block. So this will measure 4 by 6. All right. So you're going to keep it at that orientation, 4 at the top, 6 at the side. And you're going to cut. Actually, we're going to, yeah, so 2 pieces together, we're going to cut the a bottom bit off. We're going to cut 3/4 of an inch off of this bottom, off of its bottom. So you are going to turn it so the 6 inches is at the top and the 4 is down the side, and then you're going to cut 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. Whoops. Can't remember we need that bit. Oh, there we do. Now you're going to cut this into inch strips. So make sure they're all together. If you want to cut them separately, cut them separately. If you're a bit worried about doing it all together. An inch. An inch. 1 inch. So you've got, well, 8 strips basically. Again, I can't use the the bauble bits, so I'm going to just sort them out into a pile. We're going to have blue, blue, I mean that's green, blue, and then I've got, wait a second, so that, yes, so I need some of them out like that, 2 of those. Here's some I did earlier. I cut them separately. Oh, I've got 3 of those, lovely. So I'm going to have 3 of those. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, let's have 2 of those. Okay, let's move those out of the way. Again, now, so you've got 8 little piles of 2. And now you are going to choose your card base again. And again, we're doing 4 of these. Is that right? Yeah, we're doing 4 of these, aren't we? So I'm going to go for a blue, a green, and 2 cream, I think. I'm just going to have to read my instructions for this one because I can't quite remember. Okay, so now you are going to need to do some scoring. All right, so if you've got a cutter like this, else you're going to need to use a ruler and a bone folder or a scorer. So we're scoring at 1 1/4 inch, which on the Stampin' Up cutter is nice and easy because it's there right on the edge. So make sure you don't cut. Please don't cut. We're going to score. Get it in the right place. With the scoring, it's not a blade. We're going to go up and down. Okay. So can you see that there's a line now? And that's what we're going to fold on. So again, we're going to do that to all the cards. So open it up. Put it at 1 1/4. And you're going to score it, not cut it. And again. Now, if you're going to have to score it by hand, it's going to take you a little while longer, so I will not go too fast. Well, that's an inch, 1 1/4. Okay. I'll put this out of the way for a bit. So we are going to now fold these scored bits over. So you're basically creating a flap, I suppose. Give it a score. Are these my bits? These are my bits, aren't they? I'll put them back out again, as they were. Okay, let's do it to all of them so that we're in a position where we can decide what pieces of paper go on which card. Now we're going to stick these down, so a little bit of glue on each flap and stick it down. So now your card has got a shorter front bit and a longer back bit. Okay, so that's all 4 of those folded and stuck. So now again, you're going to decide on what pieces of pattern paper you're going to put on your card. So this is where they go. One goes on this bit and one goes on the folded bit. Okay? So go ahead and choose which bits are going where. And once you're happy, stick them down. And if at any point you want to go off piste from this, I am perfectly relaxed for you to do whatever you like. You can follow the basics, and also if you think these are too simple, then you can embellish and... I should use that. No, it's just very pretty though. That is the joy of crafts. Let's make them exactly as you want. The other way around. Okay. Now, the next bit could be a little bit fiddly if you're not good at tying bows. I'm just saying. All right, so we're going to get... Oh, so you could decide on your sentiments again. So you're going to have some hellos. I'm going to have a thank you. I'm going to have a happy birthday. How many more hellos have I got? 2 hellos. Let's do a couple of hellos. Actually, I think we can probably put the sentiments on. So again, we're going to raise them up on a bit of 3D foam. We're going to position them really, so your pointy bits probably are on the edge of the fold, pretty much, unless you want to move it across a bit. Then we're going to tie a bow and we're going to stick it here on the sentiment, if you like that. Okay, so a couple of 3D foam pads. And if you want to put it in the middle or at the top, please feel free. No one's going to know. Most of all me, unless you show me. And then I'll know. But I don't really mind at all. I hope you're all girding your loins for tying lots of bows and watching me tie it live. Well, it's not live, is it? But it's going to be interesting. Unless you're amazing at tying bows, which I'm sure some of you are and have some amazing techniques for doing it. I know there's things about tying them around forks and I don't know. I'm a 2-loop person. And make the best of it. That's what I do. So you'll have a bit of this. So you're going to use this for other cards, so don't cut it all up. Yeah, we're going to make bows for the other 2 or 3, I think. When we get there, I'll make a decision. So I'm going to cut 4 bits. 1, 2, Just lost my washi tape, baker's twine. I think I might do a dark green one. So I should do a green one. I hope these are long enough, else I've just cut 4 for no reason. But anyhow, we shall see. All right, here we go. Bow tying. So I do loop, a loop, and tie them in a knot. Pull and adjust. Adjustment is key. And the only thing I do always get is one sticky out bit at the top and one sticky out bit at the bottom, and really you want both sticky out bits at the bottom, don't you, to make it look proper. That's okay, so I'm going to stick that one on this card with the green piece of paper. So that's going to go there, and I'm just going to stick it on with a bit of runner. It's going to go there. Cute. We're going to tie another one. Loop. Is this not how you teach children to tie their shoelaces up? Make the bunny ears. Oop, hang on. It's all going horribly wrong. Where's that bit to pull? Pull. Oh, that's not so bad. I'm going to put that one on this little one. Jaunty angle. Always jointy angle or jaunty angle. I think I'm going to do green on this one. Bunny ears. And tie them. Go down the bottom. Oh, they're rather big old loop, aren't they? All right, that's going to go on this one. Oh, hello, that's in the wrong place. One more. How you doing with your bows? Can make you all very finger and thumb, can't it? Ooh, hello. Okay, so that's my last one, but this one. Okay, let's stick it here. Okay, so then we've got, how are we doing? 4 more cards. 8 cards, ladies. 8 cards. Well, not so ladies, men too. 8 cards, people. Okay, so now we're on to the last little section. And you're going to cut, so this is measures 3.5 by 6. So you're going to cut the bottom bit off, are we? Yes. 3.5 by 2.25. Huh. So we're going to cut 2.25. Oh, that's a score, I don't want that. 2.25. And 2.25. And you're going to have these 2 little bits here left over. Don't get rid of them. We're going to put them to one side. We're going to make the next card with them. All right? So let's put this out of the way. This time we're only making 2 cards. I'm going to make a green one and a cream one. And again, I've got one piece, so I'm going to, no, I'm going to get rid of one of those. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I've got 4 bits. You do need the bottom bits. Man. Okay, so the little bits you cut off the previous block, you need to keep. All right, so these, oh, hello. Yes, okay, so that's how they're going to go. So you're going to have 2 blocks and that strip positioned like that. So the strip will be wider than the blocks. What's that? Oh. Okay, so now we're going to stick down. That's my thinking sound, sorry about that. All right, so position everything. Gone quiet again when I'm thinking. Okay. Problem with things is that once you move them, say it's already moved. You could always have the same piece of pattern paper, so it looks like one piece. The same side, I mean, you know what I mean? Let's stick the strip on. And the last bit. You could have it like that. Oh, put the glue on the other side now. Okay, as one. So 2 more sentiments, which are going to go in the middle. Oh, sorry. I've got a tickle. 2 more sentiments like that. So again, on 3D foam, raise them up. Central to that one. And again, we're going to do some bows. Go green. All right, here we go again. Rabbit ears. Tie them in a knot. Oops. That was a bit long, isn't it? Let's give that a trim. Hit on there. And if you want to put some sparkles or you want to put anything else onto this, go ahead. You could also, if you fancied it, I should probably say this at the start, that would have been useful. If you wanted to do some other stamping on your tags, then that could work too. Or if you want to not even do tags, if you do this again, which is easy enough to do if you've got 12 by 12 paper, rather than the tag here that has the sentiment, you could stamp a whole image. So like, let's say, I don't think these are current, so don't say, oh, educational. Like this one here, maybe, and then cut that out on in a square, maybe mount it, and then put that in the middle. It doesn't have to be a sentiment. So there's another 2. So now we're up to 10 cards. So you had, no, where did they go? Where did I put them? Oh, are those bits? No, it's these bits. Oh my gracious. It must be these bits. That's not 3 inches, is it? Who knew? It is. So we're going to cut those in half, so at 1.5 inches. Julia, that is 1/2 inch. You don't want to be cutting it there. Let's do 1.5 inches, like I said. Cut them in half. So now you've got, oh, they are squares, aren't they? Doesn't seem right. What's this one? Oh my gracious. Honestly. Where did I put those bits of paper? Because that's not the right bits of paper. Oh. Goodness. Whoops. No wonder I'm confused. It flew over the other side of the desk. Desk? Table. Right. Starting again. I didn't think that looked right at all. So it's going to be at 1 3/4. Yes, they're slightly oblong. I knew that. Oh my gracious. Like stripes. I think I'm going to have 2 the same. You might be able to have all 4 different. Oh, that looks quite cool. So you're going to position them with a little bit of space between them both. And in the middle of the whole card. Yep, and once you're happy, oh gracious, once you start moving. Okay, once you're happy, go for it. Just go for it. Sorry for the confusion. It doesn't help if you fling the piece of paper you want nearly off the edge of the table. And then you're going to have your last sentiment, and it's just going to go in the middle, again on some 3D foam. Ta-da! And that is 11 cards, ladies. Can you see all of them? I put them up there. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Beautiful and easy. But you could make it so, you know, if you think that's too simple, too beginner, then as I said, you can do you can do loads, couldn't you? You could do stamp an image, emboss the image, heat emboss the image. You could do a beautiful piece that needs some colouring, and then that becomes the central part. This is just for ease, and so that everybody can be on the same level and create 11 great cards. But if you want to step this up, as long as you've got card bases and 12x12 paper and some stamp sets, or even, I mean, even with like memories and more cards that Stampin' Up do, if there's a nice square card, you could use that in the middle. So there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I hope you've got 11 cards. And if you haven't, once this is put up, you can pause it and go ahead and just catch up if you got a bit behind me. But there you go. That's called the Double Wonder card class. Thanks for coming.